What if I told you that the AI you use every day is actually the weaker version? And there's a newer, far more powerful type of AI that can think for itself, make decisions, and complete entire projects without you lifting a finger? In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you the real difference between generative AI and agentic AI, and why understanding this difference could be one of the most important things you learn this year. Let's start with what most people already know. Generative AI. You've used it. ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Midjourney. These tools are everywhere right now. But do you actually know how they work? Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new content. Text. Images. Audio. Video. Code. It learns by consuming billions of examples of human-created content, and then it generates new content that looks and sounds like something a human would make. Think of it like a world-class chef who has read every recipe book ever written. You say, "Make me pasta," and they deliver something amazing. But here's the key, you had to ask. You had to say exactly what you wanted. That's the fundamental limitation of generative AI. It responds. It does not initiate. It waits for your prompt. Every single time you type something in, it generates something out. One input. One output. Transaction complete. This is incredibly powerful, don't get me wrong. Companies are saving billions of dollars using generative AI for writing, coding, customer support, design, and marketing. But it has a ceiling. And we are hitting that ceiling right now. Here is how generative AI actually processes information. You give it a prompt. The model converts your words into mathematical representations called tokens. It predicts the most probable next word, then the next, using patterns learned from training data. The result looks intelligent. And in many ways it is. But it has no memory of your last conversation. It has no ability to browse the internet unless you give it a tool. It cannot take actions in the real world on its own. It cannot run a multi-step plan automatically. It is, at its core, a very sophisticated text predictor. Now here is where things get genuinely exciting. Agentic AI. This is the next evolution. And it is not just an upgrade, it is a completely different paradigm of artificial intelligence. An AI agent does not just respond. It acts. It plans. It executes. It learns from feedback. And it does this in a loop, autonomously, until a goal is achieved. Let me give you a simple analogy to make this crystal clear. If generative AI is like a brilliant employee who only works when you tell them exactly what to do, then agentic AI is like a CEO with full autonomy to run an entire department. You give them the goal. They figure out the steps. They use the tools available. They make decisions along the way. And they deliver the finished result. Here is what that looks like in practice. You tell an AI agent, research the top 5 competitors in our market, write a detailed analysis report, create a presentation, and schedule a meeting with the team. A generative AI would need you to break that into 5 separate prompts, copy and paste outputs between them, and manually do the scheduling yourself. An agentic AI takes that one instruction and autonomously browses the web to research competitors, synthesizes the information into structured notes, writes a full report, generates a slide presentation, accesses your calendar, and books the meeting, all without you doing a single extra thing. That is the difference. One responds. One acts. Now let us break down the 5 key technical differences you need to understand. Number 1, memory. Generative AI has no persistent memory by default. Every conversation starts fresh. Agentic AI maintains memory across sessions. It remembers what it did yesterday, what worked, what failed, and adjusts its behavior accordingly. Number 2, planning. Generative AI executes one step at a time based on your prompt. Agentic AI breaks down complex goals into multi-step plans, executes each step, evaluates the result, and adjusts the plan if something does not work. Number 3, Tool Use. Generative AI can use tools only when explicitly given them in a prompt. Agentic AI decides which tools to use on its own. Web search, code execution, database queries, API calls, it chooses the right tool for each subtask automatically. Number 4, Autonomy. Generative AI requires human input at every step. Agentic AI operates autonomously. You set the objective. It runs. It only checks back with you when it encounters something genuinely ambiguous or needs explicit approval. Number 5, Self-correction. This is the biggest one. Generative AI cannot evaluate its own output quality in real time. Agentic AI has a feedback loop. It runs its output, sees the result, identifies what went wrong, and tries again with a different approach. It learns from failure within a single session. So which one is more powerful? The answer is obvious, Agentic AI. But here is the nuance that most people miss. Agentic AI is built on top of generative AI. The language model at the core of every AI agent is still a generative AI model. What makes it agentic is the architecture around it, the memory systems, the tool integrations, the planning loops, the feedback mechanisms. Think of it like a smartphone versus an app on that smartphone. The app cannot exist without the phone. But the phone alone does not give you navigation, payments, or social media. The architecture matters. Real-world examples of agentic AI are already changing industries. AutoGPT and Baby AGI were the first public demonstrations of AI agents running autonomously. OpenAI Operator can browse websites, fill forms, and complete purchases for you. GitHub Copilot Workspace can take a GitHub issue and autonomously write, test, and submit a pull request to fix it. Devin, the AI software engineer, can take a project brief and write an entire code base. Google's Project Mariner can operate your browser while you do other things. These are not demos. These are products being used in production right now. Here is what this means for the future. Over the next 3 to 5 years, agentic AI will transform the workforce the way the internet transformed business in the 1990s. Entire categories of repetitive knowledge work, data analysis, report writing, customer support, basic software development, content creation, will be handled by AI agents operating around the clock. The people who thrive will be the ones who learn to orchestrate these agents. Not the ones who fear them. Not the ones who ignore them. The ones who treat AI agents like a team of highly capable employees and focus their own energy on the high-level strategy and creative decisions that still require human judgment. So let me leave you with this. The question is no longer, should I use AI? The question is, am I using the right type of AI? Generative AI gives you superpowers one prompt at a time. Agentic AI gives you an autonomous workforce. Both are transformative. Both are valuable. But knowing the difference, and knowing when to use each one, is what will separate the people who get left behind from the ones who get ahead. If this video gave you clarity, hit that subscribe button right now because every week we break down exactly how AI is changing the world in plain English. And if you want to go even deeper, our next video covers the top 5 AI agents you can start using today for free. You are not going to want to miss it.